Year. What's going on, fam? All right, I think we on now. And of course, a helicopter will be passing. Year. Hi, Nadine. Thank you. Thank you. I hope everyone had a good day. Today's technically Monday for a lot of us. Today was technically Monday for a lot of us. I hope everyone had a good holiday weekend. And more than anything else, I hope everybody could hear me. Because I do not feel like fucking with the tech stuff that we got going on here. We're going to start out today with the Zodiac Tarot, which is this bad boy right here. This is the one that comes in the big box, actually. So we're going to start out. I got a few decks. I got like 4 boxes here. However, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to stay with one. I don't know if we're going to dance around a few. I'm not sure. Hi, Chinche. Thank you. No more ramen noodles. I told you, you got to trust the process. Really? Big Virgo energy. Happy birthday to your dad, Chinche. Happy birthday to your dad. Autumn dads are the shit. In my biased opinion, you know? Alright. Page of Swords, 7 of Swords. Page of Swords, 7 of Swords is interesting because in the title, which I should have probably started out with this, the title, Going for Broke to Keep Up With You, was the first portion of my title. Of course, I pulled some cards, dibbled and dabbled with the messages. So going for broke to keep up with you doesn't necessarily have to be something that's pertaining to currency at all. Going for broke, the way that it actually came up for me was kind of like, for example, somebody knows you no longer give a fuck about a situation. They're going to try to match that times 2. The thing is that when I say they're going for broke by doing so, I feel like their cup is running dry. Like the energy kind of feels like someone isn't going to be able to keep up the charade for much longer, or someone already at that point where they are no longer feeling the rush. There's also this reality that someone is trying to beat you at your own game. And if it resonates in that way, collective, a lot of that may actually be on your shoulders, because I feel like you've made something look easy. So I don't know if you took a break from something, or if you just kind of slowed down with something that you were doing. But because you made it look so easy, somebody is literally driving themselves to their brink. Because when I say they're going for broke, it's like they've already exceeded their energy. They've already exceeded their opportunity. They've already exceeded their currency. Somebody could literally be going for broke trying to keep up with you. That's a thing too. Yeah. And then the other part of the title was pay attention, because good news is coming in. Reason why it came in like pay attention is because the good news that's coming in doesn't necessarily feel good when it first comes in. Now, some of that, or for some of us, that's going to be because you don't realize what it is that you need moving forward on this next part of your journey. And so when something comes in that's going to be beneficial, when something comes in that's going to be helpful, that's going to be a positive thing that's gonna, because it's something that's gonna be really, really, really useful or really, really, really important if we're talking even about a person. But there's something that's good that comes in and is positioned. The way that it kind of came in for me was like it was positioned right in front of you, right next to you, right in your space, and you just kind of overlooked it because it didn't necessarily, it didn't feel bad. It just wasn't something that caught your eye off the rip. For some of us, this is people, friends, or romantic relationships. For others of us, it's not going to have to do with any other people, and it's going to more so have to do with just opportunities that are going to be placed in your life. I just realized that the Wi-Fi is off. So I don't know. I don't know if I look blurry or not, but if I do, just let me know. And if I see it, I'll try to turn the Wi-Fi on to see if that does something. All right, so that was the title. Then we have the Eight of Swords on the table because we have the Page of Swords and the 7, which is interesting because it comes off as, again, going for broke to try to keep up with you. Somebody may have tried to cut corners when it came to you or when it came to something pertaining you. It almost comes off as someone, because with the 7 of Swords, I know usually it's like someone who did something dirty to you or someone who violated you in some type of way. For some of us, that could be very well be it. But that's not really how I'm picking it up, especially with the Page of Swords. If anything, this 7 of Swords kind of comes off as like someone who's trying to beat you at your own game. They're never going to succeed. But again, the point is that they're exerting their energy to try. I feel like I'm over explaining that because I feel like for whoever this is going to resonate for, you understood the minute I said it. So I'm not even going to go too much deeper into that. But with the 8 of Swords, it almost feels like someone now is freaking out. Someone now is freaking out like, damn, I might have fucked up. So if this is not romantic, right? Because it never has to be that, right? But if this is like perfect example, bro. Perfect example. Like last month, I had somebody send me a message on Instagram. A real dumb message. Somebody basically was like, oh, you're doing all of this and you're not getting no views. You're not getting no likes, right? A troll. It was a fake page. They weren't even writing me from their real page. Like it was some cornball shit. Because of that, I ended up screenshotting a few things on Instagram, like a few of my stats, my insights and all that shit, the analytics. And I basically shut them down. I scheduled the post to go out. I think they went out like a few weeks ago. Last week, I ended up getting a message from that page. First of all, the page blocked me after I replied to them, right? And I shut them down. They blocked me and then they unblocked me and they wrote me a message. And the person really told me in the message, like, yo, I'm never going to tell you, like, who I am. But you hit a trigger because you hit a nerve. You triggered me in your response. Because in my last response to them, I basically said, like, you could have hit me up and asked me anything. I'm here to serve. This is what I do on all my platforms. If I know something, I'm going to put you on. I don't gatekeep. And even for the things I don't know, if you need help with something, I'm going to do my best to try to plug you in with somebody who can help you. Or I'm going to do my best to figure out and learn all the ways I could help you. This is what I do every day, right? And so I wrote that in my last response to them, my last little posting. And then I posted like a questions tab. And I opened the door for other people to take the opportunity to like ask me questions that they may be like curious about with anything that I do on social media, yada, yada, yada. Point is, I used somebody's negativity and made it into a positive for other people, which after that post, that was like a few weeks ago, after I did that whole debacle, I ended up having quite a few people that are now plugged in with me that I wasn't plugged in with prior to that post. Reason why I'm using that as an example is because that person ended up coming back around and literally admitting to me like, yo, that shit, that last, if anything triggered me was that last post that you triggered. Because yeah, I felt stupid with the other post you did, but the trigger was that last post. because I am going through something that you do on one of your platforms, and the person literally told me, I'm never going to tell you who I am for real, because I have reached out to you in the past to help me with certain things, which I don't know, that had to be spirit to push that person forward to even validate what I was feeling. Because in my soul, I knew, like, this person has to know me in real life, because there's no way. Either way, that's the energy that I'm tapping into, that I'm feeling here. Somebody's trying to cut corners, or somebody's trying to play you at something that you're doing, or somebody's trying to degrade something that you're doing. And it's a lot to do with them, and it has nothing to do really with you. It's not that you less than, or it's not that what you doing is wrong, or what you doing is stupid, or what you doing is fucked up. That's not even close to what this message is reiterating. The whole point is that this person has something within them that they can't get past. Something within them that they know they can't do the shit that you've done. They can't make the moves that you've done, or they can't reach the points that you've reached. You feel me? So that's what brings me to the Eight of Swords. So somebody said something. This could even be people gossiping. For some reason, they're showing me the Rats card, which that's from the fucking Venetian Tarot, and I definitely don't want to pull no cards from that deck. So I'm just gonna let y'all know, for those of y'all who are familiar with that deck, if you know, you know. You feel me? But they are showing me the Rats card. That card typically represents, like, chatter. The people who do this, that's all they got. They ain't got nothing else but to do this. You feel me? So that's what the Eight of Swords is representing too. Because it kind of comes off... Hi, Jennifer. Thank you. It kind of comes off as like somebody burned the bridge with you. Damn. How long I've been live? Like 10 minutes talking this? Somebody burned the bridge with you, and they're at the other side, and they're realizing that they went Rambo and they burned that bridge. And now they're realizing they actually need to get to the other side of the bridge, but there ain't no other way to get there. They burned that bridge. Somebody's a little bit tan nervioso. Somebody's a little bit nervous now, because they're like, what the how I'm supposed to get around this? Like, I burned that bridge. I could no longer contact this person. I can no longer redeem myself in this person's eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like I fucked this up. There's kind of no coming back from this. So that's the Seven of Swords. That's the Page of Swords. All of that. All of that. Somebody may have jumped the gun. Somebody may have jumped the gun. Somebody may have said something out of anger that they cannot take it back. The whole feeling, though, is like somebody is just now realizing, like, fuck. You know? It's one of those things. Somebody's just now realizing they can't take it back. What they did, what they said. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. With the Page of Swords, too, somebody could still be watching you. Paying attention to whatever it is that you're doing. Whatever it is that you're doing, and the Chariot comes out. Somebody could be watching you move away. If this is a breakup, this is because they're literally showing me like two people who are breaking up, and like somebody's standing there watching the other person pack up to move out. The bridge is burned. There's no coming back. Whatever was said, whatever was done, there's no coming back. Or there's no coming back this time, depending on where we are here. Even if this is not romantic, the energy is still the same. In regard to like somebody's burning a bridge in regard to your friendship, your loyalty. You're no longer going to help them. You're no longer going to work with them, even if this is like in some type of employment. You're moving forward. You're moving on. You're moving away. Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands at the bottom. And if you see this, it says the Emperor. See that? Somebody may have been holding you back. So whether you feel like they're holding you back or this is an energetic thing, somebody's holding you back, or somebody's energy has held you back, which is also why we saw the Chariot, that forward progression. It's like when you were friends with somebody, their negative energy kind of had you like stipend, like the Hangman. They're showing me the Hangman, that person's energy, that person's luck, which que mala maña, because I always talk about how the ship, right? Not everybody could go and be in your ship. And if you got somebody that owes some type of karma, some type of karmic debt, they in your ship, guess who's not? And you are owed some blessings, or you have some blessings on the way for you, those blessings are going to be blocked. Because you're trying to hold on to the relationship or the friendship where this person is not at the level that you at. And it's not even about like being higher or being smarter, being more grown, being more ascended. It's just different levels. That's it. You know, it's not like one is better than the other. Somebody just hasn't learned certain lessons as where you have already learned those lessons. Some of those lessons you might have already learned them a time or two over. And so there's certain things that because you've learned certain lessons, there's certain things that are in alignment to come to fruition for you. But if you have yourself surrounded by people who have yet to even acknowledge that they have an issue, let alone that they haven't even reached that point to where they could learn certain lessons, you essentially blocking your own blessings. That's what that was right there. Three of Cups and the Six of Pentacles, and for some reason that we're not even going to go into too deep, because I don't want to stay on this energy for too long. I don't like this. This is not cute to me. Even though it's in the upright. If you're new here, I'm an intuitive reader. If you want that pick a card shit, you're going to have to go to another platform. That's not the type of time we're on this platform. Somebody is partaking in some type of dynamic. I don't even want to call it a friendship. But this dynamic feels heavy, and it feels messy, and it feels nasty. If I'm being honest. This is people who socialize together, parlay together, may even have their children around each other. But they don't really like each other. Or they have envy amongst each other. And it's literally a friendship, but it's like tit for tat. It's like they talk shit about each other, or it's that kind of energy. It's messy. Even when the cards first fell out, the way that they fell on the table, the first thing I thought was, damn, this is a lot. This is a mess. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. And there's a lot of gossiping. There's a lot of back and forth with the friendships, or within a friendship dynamic. This could also be sisters, three sisters. There's three women on the card, or cousins that are like sisters, whatever the case is. Either way, there's a lot of like back and forth here. It feels very messy here. And the fact that they're each holding the cups also, too, for some reason or another, makes me feel like, just like I was saying a few minutes ago, where I was saying somebody trying to cut corners, or somebody trying to disregard something you're doing, it's not really reflective of you. It's more so reflective of this person that's doing that, that's partaking in that. So each of these feminines, or each of these energies having a cup full of water, this makes me feel like the reason behind this energy, the reason for this dynamic, is because each one of these people has a lot of unresolved emotions, a lot of unresolved. This is somebody who feels like, this is a friendship, let's say, of three, right? Whether they're related or not is fucking irrelevant. It's going to be different for everybody. This is somebody, one person who is insecure, the other person who is overly confident, almost cocky, when they really don't really be having a reason. There's really nothing you've accomplished to be this cocky. Like, what have you done? You know what I'm saying? Where have you accrued change? Like, where have you grown? Where have you ascended? Like, where has your energy multiplied? Because if it hasn't, there's really no reason for you to even be cocky. So whoever this other person is feels like overly, you know, somebody's overcompensating even. And then the other person is like energy. And this is examples. I'm just throwing examples out there of like feeling inferior. You know what I mean? Like this is, each person has their own demon. And together, for whatever reason, they keep coming together. But and it's kikiing. This is like, they get along when they're together, when they're chilling. But then when one is missing, this is two people talking shit about the other person and vice versa. This is messy. This is a messy friendship with the Six of Pentacles. With the Six of Pentacles. Also, the reason why I'm picking this up like this, because for those of y'all who do tarot, somebody's watching me like, how the fuck did you get that from this? These cards are in the upright. See the three energies here? There's three people on the Six of Pentacles. First of all, the Six of Pentacles card represents what you give is what you get. Or putting out and getting back, right? It's energy. Energy being given, energy being received. It could be currency too. But we're looking at energy here. There's three, just like there's three here. In the standard Six of Pentacles, the person in the middle that's giving to both, which first of all, somebody's giving to both, right? But the person that's in the middle giving to both is breadcrumbing one and starving the other. In some decks, the person in the middle is giving, breadcrumbing one and overcompensating for the other. So this could even be a parent who's treating two children different. Again, friendship dynamic where it's kind of like a give and take. Again, the reason why I'm saying this also again, like I said before, this is, each person has their own shit that they're dealing with that has them even being part of something like this. But as long as they're feeding this, this is going to keep thriving, like with anything else. This to me looks like a messy ass friendship. And I got the Ten of Swords and the Tower. I was talking so much about this that I didn't even realize this was also on the table. But I mean, this is the end result of this, is it not? How long can something like this sustain? Right? Ten of Swords in the Tower. It's inevitable. With the Tower, the energy is inevitable. Everything that's done in the dark is going to come to light. It is inevitable with the Ten of Swords. Inevitable. Darling. Hi, Laverne. Hi, Heather. That's so strange. They show me your name, but I don't see anything written there. What we doing? We're just pulling some cards. It's a collective reading. I'm not sure if you're familiar with tarot, if this is your first tarot video that you're watching. We're just pulling cards and tapping into the energy. Two of Cups. Wow. Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. We just were talking about the Three of Cups energy, and then we have Three Cups right here, which is very interesting to me. Somebody could be coming between two friends or two sisters. Again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It very well could be, because it is Cups. This could be a parent. This could be a friend. This could be an opportunity. The fact that it's the Knight is active. This is not something that is like a thought or a feeling only. This is active. This is something that's actively coming between two people. This could be lovers. This could definitely be two lovers. The fact that it's a Two of Cups makes me feel like both of these people feel the same in regard to the other person or the situation that's approaching. This has everything, this has every ingredient to like be also a messy story, but for some reason they cleaned this up for me, because it kind of looks to me like the Knight of Cups, instead of it even being, if it's a person, this is a person that's going to help. If this is a opportunity, it's an opportunity for these two people to actually come together and work together on something, grow something, ascend something. That's interesting the way they just spun that for me, because I don't think I've ever picked up a Three of Cups like that energy. This could be friends reconnecting after being part. Because like if we're, I'm just pulling cards, but if we were gonna tie in, I don't know if y'all hear the noise back there, but I'm in New York City, and so welcome to the ghetto. But if we were tying in this message with the last message, because especially the fact that we had the Three of Cups there too, this could be two friends that may have fallen out and are reconnecting. If that's the case, be careful with that energy. The Death card came out, but it came out in the reverse, which is kind of interesting. Like I said, be careful with that energy, because something may not... The Death card doesn't... I'm not looking at it like a death of something or an ending of something. The Death card, I'm looking at it more as a transformative energy, right? It is Scorpio energy. And so the fact that it's in the reverse, when I literally just said, be careful with this energy, because this is giving me the energy of some type of reconciliation. Be careful with that. When somebody burns you, that's indicative of the type of time, the type of energy, the type of person that they are. That's their character. Be careful. Giving opportunities, giving second chances and shit. Be careful with that. Because the Death card in the reverse tells me that the transformation hasn't occurred, or it didn't occur. This is somebody who hasn't changed. This is going back to a friendship, and the dynamic that broke y'all apart to begin with is still going to be the dynamic moving forward. If it's romantic, it's the same concept. If this is romantic, this is a third party with the same three people. This is like somebody going back and forth between two people. The same two people. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And somebody hasn't ended the situation. If anything, they've just gotten better at lying about what they're doing. And so what happens is they've transformed. They've evolved. Like their ability to lie has like transcended. Like the shit has evolved. It's gotten better. Diabolical. Hi, Mary Jane. So weird. It's so weird that I can see the names in the chat, but it doesn't show me any print. I'm what? Clairvoyance. I love that. I love that, by the way. I was just talking to my members about that energy. A part of me is like, let's take this off the table because I don't want to keep talking about it. But then if it resonates for somebody, let me clarify real quick and then we'll pack that part up, because I don't want to stay on it. I got a brand new deck that I bought over the weekend. It's just playing cards. But we was outside this weekend and I was outside with no cards, so I'm gonna pull 3 cards for this. Or actually, I'm gonna do 3 cards for each card. Oh shit. 8 of Wands, that's too much. Somebody could actually, There's a conversation here between two feminine energies, and it's surrounding a masculine. It feels like it's a masculine that they've both dealt with, or that they're both dealing with. This could be a teacher and a mother talking about the mother's son. This could be two women that one masculine is dealing with both, sleeping with both. It depends where on the spectrum you are. But there's two feminines speaking about a masculine. Eight of Wands came out. Yo, there's Three of Cups though. There's Three of Cups. With the Two of Pentacles, it almost looks like there's two people trying to get the story straight. In regard to a Three of Cups. There's two feminines trying to get their story straight, trying to make sense of, with that Two of Pentacles, a situation that's a third party, which is a Three of Cups. Now, if we're looking at just this, there's 5 cups here. The 2 cups here and the 3. Before you start asking questions, be sure that you're ready for the answers that's going to come in. Because somebody's about to be, their feelings is about to be hurt. Somebody's about to learn the truth about somebody. And I feel like it's a truth that you might not be ready to hear, or you might have not been prepared for. So, what we got for the Knight of Cups? Hi, Liv. Hola, senora. Wow. Nine of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. This is to clarify the Knight of Cups. Somebody may become... somebody may actually become friends with someone that they met in a really weird way. A really... rare, not common way. Because what they're showing me here is two women having this conversation. But by the time we get to the Knight of Cups, this is almost the energy of like somebody who's, because of what they've learned, because of what they found out, because of the truth and how it hurt them and how it affected them. Because we already saw the hurt and how it was gonna affect somebody here with the Five of Cups, right? And so to see the Three of Swords here with the Knight of Cups, it's technically the Three of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles, because we got the Nine of Pentacles with the Page. The Page tells me that this person is learning, just now learning how to be happy on their own. Nine of Pentacles. This person is just now learning how to overcome that Three of Swords. This person is just now learning how to love themselves, how to give the love that they were wanting to offer to someone else or everyone else. This person is now learning how to give that to themselves with the Knight of Cups, or they need to. Hi, Miss Redmond. Thank you, Liv. Thank you, darling. I want to say I woke up like this, but I didn't. I did not. Let's see. Let's see what we got for the Death card in the reverse that fell out here. For those of y'all who are just coming in, I'm wrapping it up with this deck, but we're going to pull from another one of the decks that I have here. So we got a little while. We have a little while. Yeah. If we needed any validation for the Nine of Pentacles, which is solo dolo energy, we have it right here with the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is somebody feeling like they're in a dark space. They're having to overcome something. They're having to achieve something. They're having to climb something. They're showing me someone climbing like a mountain, like the side of a mountain. But they're doing this part of the journey has to be something on their own. It has to be, right? With the Nine of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is making me feel like I feel abandoned. I feel like you left me. And for a lot of us, we may feel that way in regards to people, physical humans. But the reality is, number one, if you believe in source, then you're never alone, right? If you believe in God. But also with the Five of Pentacles, is this energy was necessary, which it's not here, but it did come out a few minutes ago. The Tower. The Tower is necessary. That energy is necessary. It's chaotic. It's a lot. It's messy, right? But it's necessary. And a lot of the times, the Tower energy is typically energy of something that was being procrastinated. Something that you were trying to hold off on, or something that someone else was trying to hold off on. The point is, though, that there's only but so much you could fight against something, or there's only but so much you could hold off on something, because at the end of the day, something was inevitable. And here, what was inevitable was doing something, or having to do something, having to reach something on your own. The Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands, which is essentially a Six of Wands, because a 9 and 6 is what, 15? 9 and 6 is 15, right? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So we have the Six of Wands. Somebody's understanding, finally realizing that it doesn't have to be the end of something. Something doesn't have to necessarily be final. Something can be transmuted. Something can be reduced, reused, recycled. You know what I mean? It's given that energy too with the Death card in the reverse. So it's a good thing, actually. You know, like, I know the card looks morbid, but all right. There's something here that you're providing for yourself, or that you've provided for someone that they cannot recreate. There's something here that you are providing for yourself, or have provided for someone else, that someone else is having a really hard time trying to recreate. I don't know if this is abundance, which abundance doesn't have to mean you're rich. It could definitely just be something normal, regular is what they're telling me, which is interesting. Someone's trying to recreate something, though. Someone's trying to, which I kind of was tapping into this earlier too when I was talking about the title. On the title, it says somebody's going for broke to try to keep up with you. It's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here again with this King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles in particular is not even facing us. The card, the person in the card has its back toward us. So someone's trying to take up after what you've done. Somebody's trying to follow your lead. Someone's struggling to do that. Oh yeah, someone's struggling to do it because it was never meant for them to do. Someone's struggling because it was never meant for them to do it. It was never in alignment. Four of Cups. It was never in alignment. I put it here and they're like, no, keep it down here. Okay. The interesting thing is it came out, the Four of Cups came out with the Seven of Wands. Someone may know that they can't do it. Someone may know that they can't recreate what you've created. They can't rebuild what you've built. They can't offer the love that you've offered. They can't, or that you've given. They can't offer the love that you've given. They can't do something the way you did it, or something that you did. They know that they can't. They've already failed at doing so. They already understand. I think they've probably, even before they attempted it, I think there was a part of them that knew this ain't for you. This ain't for you. They're just stubborn with the Seven of Wands. Because even with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Wands, even though somebody knows they can't beat you at your own game, even if somebody knows they can't do the things that you do that have other people loving you the way that they love you. They can't do that. They can't recreate that. It's somebody's trying to, like, it's almost like an energy vampire. It's like they're trying to leech off of your energy. They can't recreate your energy because it's yours. And still, no, they're still gonna try to do it, which is crazy. It's also sad because what happens is all this person is doing is wasting their fucking time, exerting their energy, putting themselves behind on their own fucking timeline. Somebody's so focused on what you doing, how you moving, how people are checking for you, how people are fucking with you, how your business is growing, how your businesses are accruing. They're so worried and so consumed by what you have going on that what they're doing is causing the blockage on their own journey. Because it's not like you the hottest shit since sliced bread and they're just nothing. I mean, maybe it might be, right? But realistically speaking, we're all here having this human experience. And so somebody, that's why they say, my dad used to always tell me this. They say, people at the top, they're not gossiping. People at the top are networking, they're working together, they're collaborating, all the things. It's the people at the bottom, it's the rats. They were showing me the rats card from the Venetian Tarot, and I refused to pull from that deck tonight. I still got a long night ahead of me. I refuse to fuck up my night like that. So they were showing me the rats card. And so people at the top, like my dad used to always say, people at the top, they're not talking about people. They're not talking about each other. They're not doing that Three of Cups energy that we saw before. That's not happening at the top. That's happening at the bottom. At the top, you got 30 tarot readers all working together. At the bottom, you got them all competing with each other. At the top, you got 10 CEOs working together, collaborating, learning from each other, being the student. No one's worried about being the smartest person in the room. If anything, they're worried because they don't want to be the smartest person in the room at the top. At the bottom, you have 10 chefs in one kitchen. They're leeches. And they're willing to kill each other, even if we're just talking energetically. All they're doing is holding themselves back. Four of Cups, Seven of Wands. Because had they let go, or if they would just let go of their stubbornness that got them trying to recreate something that's never been in alignment for them, it was never for them with the Four of Cups, if they just let that go, then it would be made clear as day to them what is meant for them. When you clear the way for the things that don't resonate, are not in alignment, shit that's not in your space and your energy scope and all the things, right? Once you clear that, you make room for the shit that is for you. Somebody's refusing to clear the way though. And I think it's because somebody's so it's envy. Y la envidia mata. If you don't understand Spanish, what I just said was that the envy will ruin you. It'll kill you. If somebody's so envious of what you're doing that they don't even like the shit that you're doing. They just want to be able to say that they can do it and they're going to do it better than you because it's you that's doing it and they don't like you. And it may not even be that they don't like you. They may just be envious. I'm 36 years old, collective. And every female that has ever said, even as a child, as a teenager, pre-teenager, every female that has ever fixed their lips to say they don't fuck with me is because they never could fuck with me. All the females that said that they didn't like me never even spoke a whole conversation or even 2 sentences to me to know if they would like me or not. That's been the trajectory of my whole life. It's now as an adult that I'm like breaking bread with women and there's no competition at the top. That shit only happens at the bottom. The envious, the dark, the nasty energy, the messy energy, that Three of Cups that we saw before, that shit only happens at the bottom. I also feel like whoever's in the King of Cups position, because that's the one that we got here. King of Pentacles. Sorry, I said King of Cups. Whoever's in this position, it's funny because I was just saying at the top they don't, at the bottom they do have those type of, and when I was placing the cards, I wasn't allowed to place the cards and line them. I'm just not realizing that. Anyway, whoever's in this position of the King of Pentacles, I said this. Look at the card. He's paying them no mind. He's paying them dust. He's not even facing them. He's focused on what's in front of him. He's not worried about what's going on behind him. It's crazy. Damn, that's a lot of cards. Fuck it. Nine of Swords, right? And it's a whole pile right here, right? Nine of Swords represents depression. It represents fear, darkness, anxiety, all those things, right? This stack to me, just intuitively, this stack is like all the things that this person is stressed out about. All the things that this person has on their plate or is putting on their plate, allowing other people to put them on their plate, etc., etc. Hi, Angie. Finally caught alive. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. Everybody calls me Liz, but like my family, they call me Angie. That's so funny. I love seeing Angies pop up on my timelines. Hey, girl. Nine of Swords. The Death card. Holy shit. The Death card. We saw the Death card before. It was in the reverse. The Death card. The Tower card. We saw the Tower card. Somebody's stressed about an inevitable. It is inevitable. It is going to happen. An ending. An ending. Somebody is worrying about something that they know things have to change now. Or things will change now. You know what I mean? Like, something is going to change. Things are never going to be the same after this. Somebody's worrying about that. I honestly, quite frankly, I don't feel like you need to be worried. Even if this is not you, even if this is the morons at the bottom who refuse to throw the Four of Cups out, who refuse to throw the Four of Cups out and pursue their own shit, I still don't, even if this is them, their energy, I still don't feel like this is a bad thing. I think they're tripping and freaking the fuck out about it. But this is somebody who doesn't want to do the work. This is somebody who doesn't want to do the hard work. And so that's what's fucking freaking them out. Because it's like, if this happens, I have no choice but to acknowledge this. If this happens, I have no choice but to do the fucking work here. And I don't want to do it. Or deep down inside, I feel like I can't do it. There's a fear here. Or deep down inside, I feel like I can't do it. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. I have the Lovers and the Page of Pentacles with that Eight of Swords. Somebody may be in a long-term connection and they're afraid to move away. And Spirit is literally pushing them. That Tower is inevitable. This is part, if this is a connection you should have, if you've been with this person 10 years, realistically, this is somebody you probably shouldn't have ever even been in a relationship with. This is like, you met somebody, no matter what you were going through or they were going through, you were destined to meet them. That's why you met them, right? But it was fated. But this person was supposed to be a lesson. Or this person was supposed to be somebody to show you something that you wouldn't have seen otherwise. But it wasn't somebody you were supposed to hold on to and keep in your energy, in your space. And because you did, shit just ended up being harder for you because it was never that you were supposed to do it this way. And so what's inevitable is the Tower. This is going to come to an end. It's the Lovers with the Page of Pentacles. It's just, for some reason you were afraid to do it. For some reason you were scared to do it. You know what I mean? It's the Eight of Swords. Hi, Courtney. I emailed you today about the coaching. I'm like, did I check my emails today? For the 19, you emailed 1981, right? The X1981O at iCloud. I didn't check that one yet. I usually check it like right before I go to sleep. So I got you. Judgment and the strength. This is somebody who was afraid. Or is. I don't want to speak past tense because I feel like this, even if this resonates for you and you're in the midst of this, and it does resonate, you were afraid, there's still a part of you that even somebody's so traumatized by something, whether this is romantic or not, because it definitely don't gotta be that, but somebody is so traumatized by something that even after they're taking the initial steps, even after taking initiative, somebody is super nervous still. Like somebody's still like, every day I'm gonna go to the gym and every day I gotta brace myself. Been doing this for 6 years, but every day is still the same. Like I gotta brace myself. That's the feeling that I'm tapping into here with somebody. The resilience is there. The goal is gonna get met. Like you're gonna see it through. It's not like it's something that you're not gonna see through. It's not like it's something you're gonna fail at. It's just the anxiety, man. The anxiety. You know, somebody's like, yo, I can't shake this for nothing. For nothing, cootie cat. 5 of Pentacles with the 10 of Cups. Somebody want to tell me why I pulled from 3 different decks? Right? No, 2 different decks. Well, 3 different decks because I used the playing cards. And from 3 different decks, I got that fucking 3 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. This is somebody who feels like they don't have support. More specifically, somebody who feels like they don't have the support of their family. Whether this is the family you came from or the family you're creating. Respectfully, in the most respectful, disrespectful way ever. Fuck these people. Straight up. You could love them from far. You can choose to keep supporting them in their endeavors. The one thing you didn't need ever was their support. But something is for you. It is for you to do, to accomplish, and to see through. The things that are for you, you don't need support in accomplishing. And I'm saying whether you choose to still support them in their endeavors, because in this 5 of Pentacles, somebody was left alone to fend for themselves, but this person didn't turn around and continue the, what's the word? You know when we say hurt people? This person didn't continue that. This person was hurt, and what they did was turned around and was nothing but empathetic. Does that make sense? It's like somebody hurt this person, but this person turned around and helped. Even whoever I'm talking to, there may be somebody who's like, the people who hurt you, it's not that you didn't turn around and hurt other people. You didn't turn around and didn't hurt them in return. If this is a relationship, this is somebody cheated on you, somebody lied to you, somebody stole your fucking youth, your best years, somebody... You know how many of us are walking around with autoimmune diseases because we dealt with the wrong motherfucker for too long? You know how many of us is walking around with that? Okay. But still in all, you didn't turn around and do them dirty. That's this energy. 5 of Cups. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. That's that energy there. And I got the Hermit. With the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Cups, the last card here, the 3 of Cups. This 3 of Cups came out in every deck I touched today. I did a personal this morning. 3 of Cups came out. But if you look, this 3, first of all, the Hermit card. We're in Virgo season. Shout out to all my Virgos. This is internal. And I think that the faster you understand that the shit that's going on in your life is reflecting the shit that you're harboring internally. If you're walking around looking at shit like if, oh my God, this is just my luck. Oh my God, it always happens to me. Oh my God, then that's going to be your life. Bad things are always going to happen to you. You're always going to have bad luck. Especially because the more you say it, that's really what that's what you're looking for. The negative. Of course, if you're looking for it, my grandmother used to always say, el que busca, encuentra. And so when you look for negative, you're going to find nothing but negative. You feel me? Once you start to realize that the things that are happening in your life are reflective of how you are showing up, the game changes. You feel me? So, with this Three of Cups, what we see is what we haven't seen in any of the other decks. All you see is one woman. And yeah, she has other cups, other people offering her cups. But her focus is her. It's not 3 or 4 or 5 people in the card. It's just one. The fact that this came out with the Hermit, that's what that tells me. That is what that tells me. I was going to wrap this up because I kind of got a little bit of a dinner date. So my little dance, I ain't even eating yet and I'm already doing my dance. I'm toxic. But I kind of want to pull more cards. Let's pull from the Wild Unknown. We'll pull a few more cards. Because why not? I know I told y'all last week we were going to be coming live a little bit more frequently on the platform. I meant that. I kind of got tied up this weekend. And so I wasn't able to come live this weekend, but I ain't forget. I ain't forget what I said this one. Hi, Loyalty. What it do? I'm walking into Walmart listening to you. Yo, get some, what's some things called? Not goldfish. Fuck, se me fue de la mente. Gummy bears. Why? I just said I was about to say goldfish. Some gummy bears. Hi, Noel. Thank you. Hi, Sabrina. Yes, definitely a vicious one. Definitely a vicious one. And shout out to my members. We got 2 videos, actually. One loading right now and another one that's gonna be, I think you guys got a video already today, and then I got one loading, and then I got one that's kind of like sitting there that I'm like on the fence, like, am I really gonna post this? Am I really gonna post this? So there's one like on the fence, but it gets juicy. But yeah, shout out to the members, yo. Shout out to the members. All right, let's pull some cards real quick. Watch me want goldfish later. I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, watch me want some fucking goldfish later. Que jodienda. Oh, you got some fine shit to attend to. Nah, not even. I mean, it's a date, but it's not a date like that. It's a date with one of my girls. That food, some fun shit though. I'm grabbing hygiene, basketball shorts, and white tee. Fire. Well, New York needs to step up their game. We need a Walmart on like the Avenue type of thing. We need a Walmart. Hi, Sarah. Where is NKY? I'm not sure where that is. Excuse me. Lady dates are the best. They are. Especially, I haven't got with my girl in a minute. It's been like almost a year. So I'm very excited. Very excited. We got the King of Wands. We got the Two of Pentacles. Did I show you guys the King of Wands? We got the King of Wands. We got the Two of Pentacles. We got the Magician. And the Seven of Pentacles. Oh. Oh, darling. I didn't even know this card was under here. The Tower. Somebody's impulsive behavior is going to put them in a position to where they're going to have to make something out of nothing, and they're going to have to do that quick. And then this is, you're not going to be, this feels very specific. You're not going to be able, you're not going to have the time or the opportunity to even ask someone for help. It feels extreme. With the King of Wands, it feels extremely impulsive. Like, you make a decision and it also feels like whiplash, if I'm being all the way real here. It feels like you make a decision and that decision was not the hot one, and right away, as soon as you make the decision, you end up having to like clean up after the mess you just created. It feels really quick because they're showing me whiplash. Like, they're showing me someone having whiplash. It's like someone could have said something, and as soon as they said it, they instantly regretted it. Instantly regretted it. But with the Tower, yo, I could go months doing readings. Between the lives, between the members' content, between the personals, I can go months doing readings and not see this Tower card. The fact that this Tower card came out, I've been live about an hour. Little over an hour. Few minutes. And this Tower card came out probably 2 or 3 times. In one reading. Inevitable. Isn't Saturn retrograde in Pisces as of, I think, yesterday or the day before? The inevitable. Somebody may have said something to you, and they're trying to retract it. They're trying to say, like, I didn't mean that. I was angry, blah, blah, blah. Nah, you meant it. You meant it. You just didn't mean to say it. But what you said, you meant it. You feel it. You just didn't mean to say it out loud. There's a difference there. It's been 91 degrees for the past 2 weeks. Is crazy. Listen. The way I'm praying to every single Orisha, every god, every Buddha, everything. I'm just waiting for like 70 degrees, 60 degrees. I'm waiting for autumn to finally feel like autumn. Y'all could keep that 90 degrees. Y'all could keep it. Y'all could keep it. Northern Kentucky. Wow, that's fire. That's super fire. I have cousins that live in Kentucky. Should probably visit them. See what it's like down there. The Lovers. Somebody may be set free. That's the feeling I'm getting. Darling, that's the feeling I'm getting. Somebody may feel like they've been set free. Because the way that the Lovers fell out, it fell out like this, right on top of the Tower. Darling, darling, darling. Something happened. This was inevitable. It was always going to be this way. This was always going to go this way. But it feels like it causes someone or pushes someone to make a choice or to essentially just make a decision that's going to like set them free. Oh, shit. Holy shit. Yo, you can, this is why I got the camera set up this way. You can't make this up. The Tower, it's this way. The Tower with the Lovers. You see the 2 geese flying away? This ain't the King and Queen of Cups with the Devil. This is a couple. No question about it. I was questioning if this was a relationship because they're lovers. This is definitely a couple. And if it's not a couple, this is like friends. This connection is toxic. Devil here, right in the middle. This shit is toxic. It's toxic. It's going through a toxic cycle. Just together, the couple doesn't work. I was going to say the company. Together, the company doesn't work. This could be two people who were trying to build a business even. Okay. I ain't mad at it. It didn't work, though. You get an E for effort, but it didn't work. It wasn't good. It didn't work. It giving me the hiccups now. It's not okay. It is not okay. Not okay. I actually, to wrap this up, let's do this. Let's take the king and queen with the devil energy and let's pull cards. Like the cardomancy style. So the king, the devil, and the queen, right? Like that. If I ever visit New York, I'm hidden Chinatown. I need to try y'all lo mein and chicken wings. Listen, as a New Yorker, native New Yorker, I'm gonna tell you and put you on, right? If you want Chinese food, don't ever eat Chinese food in Chinatown, because you might get some Puss in Boots instead of some chicken. If you want like some real authentic Chinese food, you gotta go to like Brooklyn or like the Bronx and find the Chinese food restaurant place that don't have no tables for people to sit on, like sit at, you know what I mean? And probably it has like the capacity is like it fits like maybe 5 people to order, and that's it. It ain't got no room for nobody to sit in. Those are the Chinese spots that you're gonna get the best Chinese food from. Not the restaurants that are fancy and you could sit at tables and all that stuff. And definitely not a Chinese restaurant in Chinatown. You're gonna have cats on your plate. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Like, you gotta go to the hood. You gotta go to like the Bronx. You gotta go to Brooklyn, fucking YO. Like, you gotta go to like the hood. I mean, Queens got some hood places too, but the Chinese restaurants, they have to look like a hole in the wall. That's where you're gonna get the best Chinese food. I promise you. I promise you. Exactly. I don't know why YouTube was trying to hide this comment, but Dorothy6869 says, shit, niggas got me on my spot almost 10 years there, but it's okay, I'm finally free. And I'm breaking generational chains. Sometimes betrayal is good because it opens your eyes back up. That's a fact. That's a fact. Courtney, the mask. Whoop. That's a lot. The mask was starting to come off on these people. I think it has a lot to do with Saturn. And I just made a video talking to the members, telling the members, this Saturn stuff, this retrograde stuff, it's not really that important right now. But I think it was like for the video. Because I thought about it afterwards. I'm like, Saturn retrograde? How can it not mean much? How? I don't know. The members is going to have my ass on a platter in the next few days. I just know it. Yeah, exactly. The hole in the wall. I won't even comment on DMX. That man broke my heart. That whole situation broke my heart. All right, so we got a bunch of cards here. Again, we're reading for the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, and the Devil energy, right? So the very first card that came out, if you have never seen somebody do readings with playing cards, the style is like cardomancy style. And if I'm not mistaken, this is like the first form of tarot before tarot cards were even created. They were using playing cards. Anyway, the first card fell out face down. The way that I read is face down. Cards energy is like unknown. So whether it's unknown to you, unknown to other people, it's going to be different for everyone. Holy shit. It's unknown for a fact. Two of Swords. Two of Swords speaks of energy that is like, you're blind. In the standard tarot, the Two of Swords, the woman in the Two of Swords card is blindfolded. She can't see. She doesn't know what her surroundings pertain to, none of that. The way that I read the Two of Swords, you don't see it, but you feel it. You know. And so I always do that with the Two of Swords energy. Is in the last like 2 years, maybe even a little over, I've always read the Two of Swords as energy that even if you didn't see it in black and white. You can't give me the excuse that you didn't know because you felt it. You saw the red flags. If you didn't see them physically, you felt it. You knew when this person was lying to you. You knew that inkling, that gut feeling, that intuition, especially for women. You knew this person was full of shit. It's a Two of Swords. This is the overall energy for the read, for this part of the read, because this was face down. We got the King of Cups with the Five of Cups. This is reconnecting with somebody. If you've been with me for a while, you already know that the King of Cups energy is almost always for me somebody who knows what they feel, but they are either afraid or for whatever reason, which honestly the reason don't even matter, but this person doesn't communicate their feelings. They're not honest about their feelings, even though they're very much aware of them. So to see this Five of Cups with the King of Cups, there's a lot of regret here. There's a lot of regret here. The crazy thing is that it's a Six of Cups. Somebody knows that they've caused someone. Somebody feels, I don't want to say knows. Somebody feels like, I don't want to say knows, and it's the Two of Swords that we just talked about. Somebody feels it in their heart that someone else either holds resentment toward them or someone else regrets dealing with them, trusting them, loving them, working with them, etc. The reason why that may be is because someone was in that King of Cups energy. Somebody wasn't honest with what it was they were feeling whenever it was they were feeling these things. Like someone wasn't being genuine. Someone wasn't being authentic. It's a king. So that tells me that you may have had the potential, but the way you chose to play this out, we had the devil on the table. Capricorn energy. This is super toxic, this energy. And the fact that it's a Six of Cups, this is like, this would be people reconnecting. And I said this. We said this when we looked at the Three of Cups the first time. When we saw that then after we saw the first Three of Cups, we then had the Two of Cups and then the Knight of Cups that came out together, and it was a Three of Cups. And I said, if you're going to think about rekindling something or reuniting with a friend, just think about that. Really through and through, you know, because be careful with that energy. I said that, and then the Chariot came out, right? And so somebody feels like someone regrets giving them that Six of Cups or being in a Six of Cups with them. The reason for that is because someone wasn't authentic. Someone wasn't genuine. Someone didn't speak up when they were supposed to, when they should have. It's going to be different for everyone. The King of Swords with the Four of Pentacles. With the Queen of Pentacles is Five Pentacles. This King of Swords can't let go of the fact that you walked away from them. This doesn't have to be romantic. If this is a friendship, this is two people who were friends. For whatever reason, somebody walked away or moved away from the dynamic. This King of Swords, and this King of Swords, I don't like the way the King of Cups doesn't speak. The King of Swords is very vocal. It's polar opposite. This King of Swords is extremely vocal about the fact that they're not letting go how someone let them go, how someone walked away from them. Even if this is a romantic connection, this is like, you literally moved away from me when I needed you the most. This person that moved away, though, this person that moved away might have, it could either be a misunderstanding, right? Because of the Queen of Pentacles is the reason why I'm saying this. I'm going to explain in a second. This could either be a misunderstanding within a dynamic, a conversation that you guys may have had, or this person themselves, the Queen of Pentacles, may be going through their own shit and needed to take a step away. It wasn't that the Queen of Pentacles moved away intentionally to abandon or to cause harm. It's not like that. It's like the Queen of Pentacles is off somewhere licking her own wounds. We often talk about the Queen of Pentacles energy being super codependent. We often talk about how codependency isn't someone who depends on someone. That isn't what codependency is. Codependency speaks more to the person who needs someone to need them. That's the person with the codependency, not the person who needs them. The person who needs someone to need them. If you want a breakdown of that, you got to look through like the videos and the memberships, because literally all those videos are there. We went through that shit for like 2 years. We broke that energy down. But that's the Queen of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Pentacles gives to everyone and doesn't save anything for herself. And at the end of the day, what happens is she no longer has anything to give to herself or anyone else, because her energy then becomes depleted. So this is what I'm saying. The King of Swords, very vocal about how they're not giving up on this grudge that they're holding on to, pertaining to something or someone that walked away from them, left them, moved away from them, something that abandoned them. That's the feeling. Even if that wasn't the intent, that's the feeling that the King of Swords is harboring. No. King of Wands, which we just saw the King of Wands, with the 5 of Wands and the 8 of Cups. Remember when Loyalty 6869 was just talking about how they were being set free? Because I just was saying that too, about being set free with that Lover's card. That's literally what this is. The King of Wands, the 5 of Wands. Because the 5 of Wands is somebody fighting for this. The 5 of Wands is somebody competing for this. The 5 of Wands is somebody not letting up at all. I'm not giving up on this. I'm gonna see my way through this, right? But it's a 6 of Wands. So it's someone that successfully gets away, or successfully gets to the point that they're trying to reach. The point that they're trying to reach with this particular bunch of cards is the 8 of Cups, moving away from something. This could even be emotionally detaching themselves from something that no longer serves them. The crazy thing is that 8, if we were adding this 8 with the King and Queen, that would be 10 Cups. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's a 7 of Cups here. Somebody's confused about how to do this. I just added all the cups on the table, by the way, but because somebody's like, what the fuck was that? I just added all the cups. Somebody's confused about how to go about something. Somebody's confused as to what's the best route to take in regard to something. Somebody's confused and they're not necessarily sure how to get to where they know they need to be, or where they know they're going to be. Seven of Cups. Somebody's confused. Somebody feels alone. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody feels heartbroken. 3 Swords. 2 plus the King is 3 Swords. But somebody being in this dark space, somebody being in this dark energy, that dark energy is what... Listen, the only choice you got is to stay put and simmer in this dark energy, or push through it. That's the reason why certain things are going the way that they're going. The towers are inevitable. I've been saying that the whole reading. The towers are inevitable. We have the 6 of Wands here. So if you chose to see something through, the question isn't will you get there, you get there. The question is, what are you going to choose to do? Are you going to choose to see it through? Because the question isn't can you, you can, it's here. The question is, what are you going to choose? Which route? When in the title, when I said, number 1, somebody's going to receive good news, pay attention. I said, pay attention, good news is coming in. And I said in the beginning of this reading, the good news when it comes in originally, you're not even going to realize the impact that it's going to have on your life. Stay 050 when it comes to the shit that's coming in for you, collective. Also part of the title, which is all over the reading, this whole read. Somebody going for broke to try to keep up with you. We already saw it was the 4 of Cups and it was the 7 of Wands. The minute that person lets go and stops trying to compete or stops trying to outshine you, the minute that person puts their pride down and asks you for help, because you can probably actually help them, or the minute somebody puts their pride aside and says, yo, I admit this is what it was, I admit I was fucked up, I admit I this, I that, the minute they do that, because again, they have a choice, is the minute that the things that start to come in for them are the things that are actually meant for them, as opposed to them trying to fight and stay 10 toes down to something that was never in alignment with them. Somebody keeps saying This is just my luck. I've been hearing it the whole reading. This is just my luck. This is it's always like this. It's always me. Of course it's me to get this bad luck or shit, things along those lines, the negativity. I already said, the more you speak it into existence, the more it's going to find you, that energy. So, collective, I love you guys wholeheartedly. I fuck with you guys along this way. Like I told you guys last week, we'll be on live a little more frequently for more regular content, because I post readings for the members at least every other day is what I try to do. That's the memberships. And for personal readings, I'm only doing personal readings for the diamond members currently, just for reasons, just for capacity reasons. And so yeah, we'll be live probably in a few days. When that's gonna be, I'm not entirely sure. If you want more regular content, join the memberships. If you want personals, join the diamond members. And I was about to tell y'all we'll be back tomorrow, but I don't think I'm gonna go live tomorrow. Either way, we'll be back soon enough. I love you guys. I hope you guys all had a safe holiday weekend. Enjoyed yourself with the people who matter. Didn't bother with the people who don't. And happy Monday. Happy Monday, because that's what today felt like all day, bro. All day. I love you guys. If you guys took anything from this reading, or if you guys fuck with me, please don't hesitate to hit that like so that the video could circulate, because it's been a minute since I've been active on here regularly. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Lo vemos pronto. Lo vemos pronto.